Good morning, fifth grade. On Friday, you all responded to a prompt in science class, and I want to look at some of the responses that we have to that. So the prompt was explain how you would use the information you just learned. And remember that we learned that sound travels best in air and that sound is really fast, but it's not quite as fast as light. So we're going to use that information that we learned to most accurately record the time of a 100-meter dash at a track meet if you are timing from the finish line. The starter will shoot the starter's pistol. That makes a noise and releases smoke to start the race. Be sure you include when you would start the stopwatch and why. We're going to go ahead and look at a couple responses and talk about it. Response number 1, this student said, I would start the stopwatch when I heard the bullet because light is faster than sound, so it really starts when the sound comes. And when the smoke comes, people say that's when it's starting. Really, it's not just the bullet and smoke, well, it may be, but I choose to believe that the sound tells you go. So if you are the runner on the beginning, the start line, I guess, the opposite of finish line, so I'm assuming it would be the start line. They basically rely off the sound, but they're also standing right next to the person with the starter pistol. You're all the way across at the end of the finish line. So when you hear the starter pistol, you're going to hear it a little bit after the people at the starting line hear it because it takes a little bit to travel to your ears. So if we wait to start the stopwatch until we hear it, our times are going to be a little bit off. Let's look at another response. It says you would start the stopwatch when he shoots the bullet. That's ideally what we want, right? We want to start it when he shoots it, but how do we know if we're all the way across when he shoots it? So this one didn't quite really answer the question fully. This person said start when the smoke let off because when the people see the smoke, they will start running. This one is mostly correct. So we do want to start the stopwatch when you can see the smoke, because we know we'll be able to see the smoke before we can hear it. And it's going to be milliseconds after each other. It's really going to be very, very close. But let's say that you're amazing and you want to make it absolutely perfect. And so you would start as soon as you see the smoke, which would be a millisecond, a fraction of a second before you would hear it. But the people who are running, they can't see the smoke because you're kind of like bent down in a crouched position and they can't see the smoke. So they start when they hear it, which isn't as big of a deal for them because they're standing right next to the pistol. Let's look at another response. This says you should start it when you see the smoke coming out of the gun because light travels faster than sound. So you will see the smoke before you hear the gun go off. So when you see the smoke, that's when it starts. This is a perfect response. So whoever did this, go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back. I honestly don't even remember. You would start it when you see the smoke because you're going to see that sooner than you're going to hear the sound because light travels faster than sound. So what I need each of you to do, unless you are the person who wrote this response, I want you to go back to slide 8 in your sound notebook and edit your response. And I don't want you to just copy what this person said, okay? But I want you to think about what we just talked about, that you want to start it when you see the smoke because light travels faster than sound, and make sure that you have in there the because light travels faster than sound to defend your answer. Let me know if you have any questions and have a great day. Make sure you follow the rest of the instructions because there are a couple other things you're going to do for science today as well. All right, talk to you later.